Hello and welcome back to Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. Today we have another kit reveal. I know two in one day is kind of shocking. Darth Bane. I'm putting that in air quotations from the start because this is not Darth Bane. This is Shredder, or literally a generic Sith like warrior or marauder or something like that. This is not Darth Bane. So yeah, we're gonna get through this. So he's a dark side, obviously, leader, attacker, and Sith. Um, yeah. I just, I. There's so much wrong with this kit. Um, so let's read the inspiration. From his legendary reputation as the originator of the Sith Rule 2 and appearance during the Clone Wars cartoon series. Well, first and foremost, the Clone Wars were not his first introduction. There's a whole fucking trilogy of books that he was in. So, yeah, let's get into this. So, whenever before we really get into the kit, before we even got the kit last week, whenever they revealed this, I was furious because that's not his lightsaber. That's a force like pike spear kind of thing. So let's go over here to Google. Let's look up Darth Bane's lightsaber. Let's go to the Wikipedia. Oh, would you look at that? That doesn't look like it. Huh. Well, that doesn't look right. What in the hell, CG? I know it says Legends, but yeah, you can't say this is not Bane. That is Bane. That is not. Well, I mean, that kind of is Bane. That's his Clone Wars iteration showing. But you get my issue here. This is not the creator of the Rule 2. This is CG's bastardization of him. So let's just get into it. His basic is Soul Sever. It has a Zeta on it, so that's interesting. Also, okay, no, they actually did do it right this time. Okay, so you're dealing physical damage to the target enemy. You reduce their damage, you reduce their offense by 20% stacking, and Bane gains 20% offense stacking, which cannot be resisted for 2 turns. On a critical hit, he gains 2 Siphon until the end of battle. If this attack defeats an enemy, he gains an initial 2 Siphon. So he's getting the same stuff that SLKR and Dr. Aphra gets, the Siphon ability. If the target enemy is above 50% health, this will be a crit hit if able. If they are below 50%, it will deal 200% more damage. So that's pretty damn meaty right there. Also, enemies defeated by this attack cannot be revived. So that on a basic is pretty good. I imagine that's where the Zeta bit comes in. But this attack does have, it has promise, Now for the first special, which is Malevolent Whirlwind, it has an Ami, of course. You dispel all buffs on enemies twice. You deal physical damage to all enemies twice. You deal 10% more damage for each buff dispelled. And you also inflict healing immunity for 2 turns. If the ally in the leader slot is Sith Eternal Emperor, he gains 1% ult charge for each enemy that was dealt damage with Deceived or Linked, and then Bane gains 5 more Siphon until the end of the encounter. So throughout this kit, you're going to be seeing a lot of callouts, direct callouts to C. However, he's not going to be like only linked to C, I don't think. I mean, time will tell, but I'll elaborate that more on later. So while in GAC, initial 3% ult charge gained against Deceived or linked enemies, so instead of the 1%, C will be gaining 4%. Also, Bane gains an initial 5 Siphon, so 10 Siphon instead of 5. Now for Essence of Dominance, which is his second special, it's just an Ami again, so, okay. You deal physical damage to all enemies based on Bane's max health, which basically sounds like he's going to be needing to be modded for offense and max health. So basically, health primaries probably, and lots of offense secondaries. I don't know. And you increase their cooldowns by 1, and then Bane siphons max health from the target enemy, which cannot be resisted. Sith allies gain defense, pin up, health steal up, offense up, and speed up for 2 turns, so fancy. So the Siphon max health, what it does, he gains a percentage of max health equal to this unit's Siphon until the end of the encounter, and the target loses that much health, max health stacking, which excludes raid bosses and GLs, so it's not going to be, you're not going to be able to siphon off the GLs akin to what you can everything else. While in GAC, you increase the enemy cooldowns by 2 instead. You remove 50% TM from all enemies, and Sith allies gain 50% TM. You reduce all enemies' defense and tenacity by 20% stacking, which can't be resisted until the end of the battle. So that is very, very brutal to think about, because you're going to be constantly making them easier to hit, and they're just not going to be able to resist debuffs, so that's going to be annoying. We're going to ignore, again, CG, please stop putting the uniques before the leaderships. It's annoying as hell. Now, only the strong survive is his Zeta ability, his leadership. Sith allies have 30% offense and 30 speed. Sith allies cannot be revived. Light side enemies have minus 10 speed doubled for Jedi. So, I mean, that's kind of weird. It's kind of just there. At the start of battle, all allies gain defense up, evasion up, and health up for 2 turns, and whenever a Sith ally is defeated, Bane's cooldowns are reset, he recovers 4% health and gains 50% CM. So that is pretty good right there, just because of the fact that, you know, he's getting his cooldowns reset on his 2 abilities, which is more Siphon and more damage output, and he's recovering health and gaining CM. That's pretty awesome. Now, while Bane is active, this is key here, at the end of each of his turns, the weakest other Sith ally takes damage equal to 15% of Bane's max health, and Bane gains 5% max health for each other Sith ally for the rest of the battle. So basically, he's going to be constantly abusing and brutalizing his own allies to be gaining more and more health. The first time, each non-GL Sith ally above 30% health will be reduced to 30% or less health. Okay, it gets really weird. They're granted a bonus turn and defeated at the start of that bonus turn. Then, Bane gains 5% max health, protection, and offense, and 5 speed, and an additional 5% max health, max protection, and offense, and 5 speed for each relic amplifier level that the defeated Sith ally had. So instead of... CG really had to like break it down in the FAQ above all this. So basically what it does is, if they were supposed to be killed or drop below 30% health, what happens is that they take a bonus turn and immediately die. Bane gains stats off of it, and that's really about it. It's not really like super okay. Now for the Rule of 2, which is another Zeta Omicron ability. So start off with, Bane has plus 20% critical damage and crit chance, and 50% health steal. Oh, I forgot to say that one of his abilities above here had like 200% health steal. But anyways, whenever he is dazed, he gains 10% max health stacking until the end of battle. Whenever an enemy starts a turn, he gains 5 speed, maxing out at 100 until the end of the battle. So he's going to be a very fast boy, depending on how long he stays alive. At the start of battle, if there's only one other non-summoned ally present, and they are Sith, Bane takes reduced damage from max health. He takes reduced damage from percentage health damage effects, and he gains 350% defense. That is a lot of defense. I'm not gonna lie, I don't really know why they put that much on that, but I'm not gonna complain. And whenever his other ally gains ult charge, this is where all the good stuff is locked away, unfortunately. They gain an additional 2% ult charge, and the following effects occur for Bane and the other Sith ally. So the way it's worded, it really screams C, but also it could probably kind of work with Lord Vader. Not all of it, but some of it. So let's just run through it. They're going to be immune to ability block, cooldown increase, healing immunity, stun, and turn meter reduction. I mean, the turn meter reduction is really not going to help Lord Vader, but the healing immunity, the cooldown increases, and, well, he can't be, I don't think he'd be cooldown increased, but, you know. Also, they'll be gaining 75% max health. They'll be gaining 75% max protection until the first time he's defeated. They can ignore taunt effects, which is great for C and Lord Vader, because Lord Vader is infamous for not being able to ignore taunts. But, you know, whatever. At the start of the turn, they recover 35% protection and spell all the buffs on them. That really won't help Lord Vader. It's basically helping C. It's a Watt. It's basically just Watt's tech, same tech, put into Bane's Rule of 2. And whenever Bane or another ally is defeated, the remaining ally gains 5% crit damage offense and potency equal to 50% of those stats per the defeated character's relic and fire level until the end of the battle. So basically, the higher relics you have these characters, the better they'll be because they'll get more crit damage, offense, and potency. Now, while in GAC, because, you know, we're not limited to 5v5 or 3v3, at the start of the battle, if there is only one other non-summoned ally present and they are Sith, Bane gains an additional 75% max health, mastery, and max protection. Whenever an enemy is defeated, Bane gains 10% max health, protection, and offense, stacking until the end of the battle, so even more buffs for him to be stacking up. At the start of the battle, he gains 100% TM, and these effects will persist if Bane is defeated. So, there is a lot going on with this kit. However, the fact that they gave up calling him Darth about, like, what, as soon as the abilities start, kind of annoys me. And also kind of proves that they really don't think this is the actual... I'm hoping whoever created this kit knows this isn't actually Bane, or they just wanted to call him Bane to make it a little bit less intensive on the word salad of stuff here. But yeah, I really hope to God that this is not the only version of Darth Bane we get, because this is pathetic. This is a bastardization of him. And to all the CG apologists saying that, oh, Disney has to okay this, and oh, this is the way, this is... it's because this is the canon release of him. Well, first and foremost, Disney has the propensity of just flat out ripping from Legends and trying to pass it off as their own, so I don't know why CG couldn't pull that page out of their book and make Darth Bane actually Darth Bane, instead of the Clone Wars version having a fucking force pike instead of, you know, his legitimate lightsaber he got from Kasim. But, you know, whatever. But yeah, it is an interesting kit. I don't know how well it'll do outside of C. The leadership seems to be really good. The problem is all like the really good stuff, like the immunity, the ability block, cooldown increases, and yada yada yada, are tied to ultimate charges. So like I don't, unless they do something squirrely and add another one, like another character with ultimate charge kind of thing, I don't see how that will really help outside of C, but time will tell. This is getting a little long in the tooth, but yeah, that's my ramblings of a Sith fanatic here with Darth Bane, I should say. And yeah, if y'all enjoyed, don't forget to hit like and hit subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you guys later. Hope you have a good rest of your day.